where to find always on display settings, how to turn it on, as well as how to customize the clock style or even add GIFs or images. And let's get started. This is for the Galaxy A54 smartphone. Here we go. You can find the always on display settings from the quick panel access area. If you pull it down 2 times, you'll look for the toggle that says always on display. If you just got your phone and it's not there, you can always browse over to the far right until you see the circle with the plus. Tapping on that will give you access to other toggles, and one of them will most likely be the always on display if you haven't added there yet. Long press it and drag it into this area here so that it can be readily available, and then press done. Now that you have it here, you can access it by tapping on it once or a second time to turn it off. And if you long press it, it'll take you into the main settings. All right. Now, if you just don't feel like doing all of that, you can always use the quick panel access, tap on settings here. And from here, you'll go down to where it says lock screen right there. So go to lock screen. And then now you'll see the section as you go down, you'll see where it says always on display, this right here. You can turn it on from here or tap on it to choose when it's going to show, and going down will be the clock style. So when it's going to show, basically tap to show means that only when you tap your phone on the lock screen, it will show. Or if you go with show always, means that your always on display will be shown all the time for as long as your phone is on the lock screen, it will show on, okay? Or you can go with a schedule setup where you can have your always on display turn on and turn off automatically based on the set schedule that you have it set as. You can go with the start time, choose the time, AM or PM, and then the end time is when it will turn off, okay? So start time is when it turns on automatically on its own. End time is when it turns off automatically on its own. Okay, and you just choose the time you want, press done, and that'll save it for you. And of course, you can go with show always or tap to show. And of course, to save battery life at best, I would recommend going with tap to show. Now we got the clock style here. This, you can go with some of these pre-installed select clock options here. You can tap here as well. You get a few more here that you can go ahead and toggle the one that you want. All right. So you can also change the color layout here. Let's just say I decide to go with this one or this one here. You can choose the different color of the text as they appear. Now, if we go to image clock here, you have a few more options where you can go with stickers, which these are all like pre-installed. And if you look to the bottom area here, you'll get a few more such as these here. You can use these and just choose the one you want, right? If you do decide to go with the emoji option as you press get started, you may be required to install a few additional items. Same thing with the Bitmoji one as well. But once you have it installed and all set up, you can come back here and select one of them within this bottom area here and then add it as your always on display. Now, I would always like to use one of these stickers just to keep things simple here. And I'll just go with this one here and then I'll press done. Okay, and just to show you how it's going to look while on the lock screen, now just a single tap and that's going to show it up like this right here. Again, it gives you the battery percentage as well. All right, so let's come back here now. The next thing is show music information. If you're using the Samsung music player and you're listening to a song there, it will appear on the always on display where you can forward track, backtrack, or even play pause the music, okay? Then we got screen orientation. Basically, you can have it in portrait mode or have it set into landscape mode. I'll show you that now. Okay, so when I do this here, you'll notice how it's going to be in landscape mode. Okay, and you can come back and change these settings anytime you want. Also, the auto brightness, which will adjust to the light around your area, gets brighter or dimmer, right? And that's about it. You can come back here and change these settings at any given time, like and sub.